Start. Section 2. January. Capable. Character. Characteristic. Commercial. Commercially. Cross-examine. Cross-examined. Cross-examination. Exchange. Exchanged. Expediency. Expenditure. Expensive. Especial. Especially. Esquire. Establish. Established. Establishment. Immediate. Imperturbable. Magnetic. Magnetism. Manufacture. Manufactured. Extinguish. Extinguished. Govern. Governed. Government. Familiar. Familiarity. Familiarize. Familiarization. February. Financial. Financially. Efficient. Efficiency. Efficiently. Sufficient. Sufficiency. Sufficiently. Manufacturer. Mathematical. Mathematically. Mathematics. Mathematician. Maximum. Mechanical. Mechanically. Metropolitan. Mortgage. Mortgaged. Exercise 128. He who wishes to become a fluent speaker must first of all be capable of making a speech, but it is a somewhat sad fact that some people are naturally incapable of expressing their thoughts verbally. It is no abuse of language, however, to state that even nature may be overcome and the taciturn person may acquire such fluency as to surprise his friends by his eloquence. It is only necessary to recall the character of Demosthenes and how he developed the characteristics of a great orator to prove that this is so. It is especially essential that familiarization with details of the subject be acquired beforehand, otherwise a mortgage is placed on the chances of success by an insufficiency of facts, when a sufficiency would probably mean unqualified success. With the precision of a mathematician, he should marshal his facts, familiarize himself with apt illustrations to establish them and keep in view the immediate purpose of his speech. Then there are certain gestures which can be suited to circumstances with mathematical accuracy, but these should be as far removed as possible from merely mechanical action if the maximum results are to be attained. Some fail to govern themselves in this matter and thus extinguish the possibility of being effective. Further, a homely and familiar style should be cultivated and adapted as occasion requires. The efficient cultivation of the voice should receive a special attention. Unfortunately, it is too often ignored or treated with but insufficient consideration by those who do not recognize its expediency. 129. At the meeting of the directors today, it was stated that the rates of exchange in January and February were favorable to manufacturers in this country. Regarding the matter of expediency, to discuss which the meeting was primarily called, it was thought that the plan suggested might prove very expensive and cause endless trouble in arranging the necessary mortgage. The chairman, John Ogden, Esquire, a commercial magnate, is a very capable mathematician and he carries out all his business with mathematical exactitude. He is hoping that the mechanical efficiency of the establishment may be sufficient to check any unnecessary expenditure during the coming year. No man is more familiar to the members of the exchange than he and his speeches at social functions are noted for their humor, while his placid manner is a characteristic which compels the admiration of all. He is possessed of great personal magnetism, and it is due undoubtedly to his ability that the company has an almost unassailable position which has surprised those who are engaged in a similar manufacture. 130. Ministers of the Crown have various duties to perform on behalf of their government. One is at the exchequer, controlling the financial business of the country and looking into matters of expenditure, and in this work he has often to meet criticism from the wealthy classes, from leaders of commerce, and from manufacturers, because he seeks to tax the commodities they manufacture or export. It is in the months of January, February, and March that he begins to think of his budget for the coming financial year. Another is exchanging views with foreign powers, and it is necessary that he maintains an imperturbable manner under all circumstances and displays a broad spirit in his views. A third is maintaining the impregnable state of our coasts, or considering the inefficiency of our navy, which is very expensive, and formulating plans for making it more efficient. A fourth has to deal with the treatment of prisoners who are confined for offences of various kinds, and though he may be a kindly man, he must not be swayed by false motives in the discharge of his duties. A fifth is concerned with the health of metropolitan and other areas throughout the land. In addition to all this, such ministers are cross-examined in Parliament, and the result of such cross-examination depends very largely on the personal magnetism of the holder of the office. 131. The new book of essays by a member of the government contains some very worthy sayings. A person of character is incapable of a mean action and is able to govern himself under all circumstances. We cannot be wise men unless we familiarize ourselves and sympathize with human nature. Our familiarization with new scenes and new peoples shows us the insufficiency of our education. In the immediate future, we expect to see the author at the head of the cabinet in dealing with the charge against the prisoner. The metropolitan magistrate passed the maximum sentence after a close cross-examination of the offender and after several witnesses had been cross-examined, and despite the fact that the prisoner's action had been governed by financial troubles over which he had no control. The magistrate is a man of wide tastes and is one of the prime movers in our agricultural show. and he is regarded as an authority on most matters relating to the land. His model farm is a splendid example of scientific farming, and it is a source of amazement to the farmers in the district, who are mostly satisfied with seeking for the best results by empirical methods.